I woke up on my bedroom floor one day from being unconscious from him choking me until I could no longer breathe.
What was your longest, I guess,
real relationship?
Consistent relationship? Yeah.
My longest consistent relationship was about 8 years ago.
Okay.
And I was with this dude, and he had everything. He was like big and handsome and bald.
Bald?
He was great. His sex was amazing. He had his own place. He had several cars. I'm pretty sure he sold drugs, but he didn't tell me he sold drugs. So he had a lot of money.
At least he kept it from you. That's good.
Well, until I woke up with a bunch of drug dealers in the house.
Gotcha.
I had everything. That was my longest relationship ever.
That's how long?
It lasted 2 years.
2 years.
Mm-hmm.
And why did it end?
He was domestically abusive.
Oh.
He almost killed me.
Sorry to hear that.
It's okay.
Are you able to go into that story at all?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So I met him about 10 years ago. I was working in retail, and he came into the retail store. I was working at Doc Martens in Soho. I was the general manager, and he walked in and knew my name from Facebook or Instagram. I'm not sure which site. And I'm like, I don't do this. Like, I don't know who you are. I wasn't even popular on the internet yet. I didn't know who he was, but he knew who I was. So he was very friendly and kind and had this just really, what's the word? He was just confident in who he was. And he looked really good. So he bought a pair of Doc Martens. Do you need me to stop? He bought a pair of shoes, and I gave him a 65% discount based off of just how attractive he was. And because I was manager, I was kind of trying to show off. I was young as fuck back then. I would never do that now. I'd be like, full price, stupid. So after that, we exchanged information. And even after we exchanged information, he still contacted me via direct message on the internet. And that's how I knew he was a stalker fan. Still went through it. He was extremely manipulative. I was so young at that time. I didn't know like if you were supposed to be like romantic and like super like marriage people, like we're married, we're a couple. I didn't know about any of that. That was my real life. He wanted a real life relationship.
Yeah.
He had his own place, he had a dog, he had some cars, he had a lot of money. Mm-hmm. So I was like, okay, maybe this is how it's supposed to be. This is how I saw my mom and my stepmom and my dad grow up. Maybe this is how it's supposed to be. Mm-hmm. So I went in with it. I still had my own apartment, but moved kind of all my stuff to his. We got a puppy together. He ended up being like this abusive, manipulative, disgusting dude. He was also a misogynist. When I lost too much weight over the time, he told me I looked disgusting. Kind of made me stray away from my friendships, so I didn't see my best friends as much. And when he started putting his hands on me, I didn't think of it as being domestically abused. I thought of it as, well, I saw that growing up in the house. So maybe this is how it's supposed to be. So I'm supposed to hit him back and we're supposed to go blow for blow because we both no, that's absolutely wrong. And if anyone ever triggers violence from you, you're not supposed to be with them, ever. If someone makes you mad, you're not supposed to ever put your hands on them. I didn't know that fucking 10 years ago. So I'm like, oh, word, you want to curse me out? Oh, word, you want to text a bitch? Oh, word, you want to raise your voice at me in public? Everything was me and him fighting. And I thought that was normal until I almost died. I woke up on my bedroom floor one day from being unconscious from him choking me until I could no longer breathe. My neck was bruised. My house was a mess. He actually trashed my entire house. He spit in my face. And then when I woke up, he walked over me and said, I don't know what you're talking about, and walked out. And I had to run to my father's house. Thank God my dad lived like 8 blocks away. We came from a party that night. I put on some sneakers and I had a party dress on and ran like I was like Forrest Gump, 8 blocks straight. He chased after me, but he was a big burly Jamaican dude. He had no chance. And couldn't catch me, he just stopped. And that was it. But it took for me to almost die to understand that no relationship is worth being hurt or harmed in any way. Even these yelling matches that partners have, that couples have, I don't have that anymore because I don't believe in it. If someone is making you lose your voice, what the fuck are you with them for? There should be no yelling matches. There should be conversation, even debates. Arguments are fine. There should be no throwing things at your head. There should be no me losing my voice the next day, and there should definitely be no bruises or cuts on my body. I shouldn't be waking up in my own apartment almost fucking dead. So that was that. And that was my longest real relationship.
And that last encounter, you said that was it, and you left. You never went back.
Never went back to him, no. He tried to come back to me. I blocked him on everything. I never went back. He actually tried to come back to me from fake phone numbers, fake Instagram accounts, and I'm like, you can't talk to me. Like, you can't tell me what to do. You can't see me. He tried to tell me what to do after that. Mm-hmm. I'm like, you can't do anything. And then he finally fell back. And recently I saw his Instagram page, and now he's a motivational speaker. Go fucking here. Fuck yourself.
Now, moving forward with dealing with people that, after that situation, after that relationship, how did you kind of screen the people you dated, or just, watch them so you wouldn't fall into the same, pattern again?
Now when I date, I just take one red flag and I go away. I don't even care for companionship or partnership. I don't care for a lover. I don't care if I'm horny. I don't care for any of that. It hasn't shut me off to the world. I'm not a black woman scorned. I just really do believe in red flags. And I saw a zillion with him and literally ignored them all. So now when I see one, I talk recently. This is very recent.
Okay.
This is my summertime boo. He's gone now and blocked because he did all 3 red flags.
What were these 3 red flags?
Lacks communication. You're not grounded, so you don't know yourself. And extremely, what's the word? What happens when you can't deal with yourself if I'm not there? What is the word for that? If I'm not around you to make you feel like a man, what is the word for that?
So he's not self-sufficient or independent.
He was incredibly successful, had a bunch of money, paid all my goddamn bills for the entire summer.
But outside of that,
I couldn't have a conversation with boy. And that he wasn't a boy. Like I said, I'm not dealing with 20s and 30s anymore.
Yeah.
Entire summer, incredible. I had Hampton trips. I had lobster dinners the entire summer. Really great. He didn't know how to hold a conversation. When he got upset, he shut down as if he had like a mental illness. It was like so unattractive.